Hi everyone, I'm Stefanie Marrone. I want to take you through a few things that you'll see on my screen that I think are really terrific things to do during August and also just some of your downtime. So these are things that could be on your would like to do list. So I have this forever to-do list and I don't get to everything on my list. I barely can check all of my emails sometimes, but during the quieter days of the summer, particularly in August, when a lot of people are on vacation or just sort of sitting back and taking a little time to themselves, now is the time to do these things. So let's go through the list one by one. So, number one, Google yourself, which you should do periodically all year long anyway. And then also set up Google alerts for yourself, but then also for your top clients and prospects. So information is power all the time. And this kind of information gives you the ability to then have reasons to reach out to people and also to find information to potentially then represent somebody. So if you know that they just closed a matter or they're potentially going through a lawsuit, it gives you conversation starters. Okay, so that's why. Reevaluating your business goals, things that you've done over the year so far, and then setting some achievable ones for the rest of 2022. So what I like about this is that, so I don't want you to think about resolutions or things that you want to do that you haven't gotten to that make you feel bad about yourself. Absolutely not. You have another 4 months, which is crazy that the year is almost over, but you have an opportunity to do some really awesome things for the rest of the year. So do those, but don't set crazy amounts of goals. Do things that are actually things you can accomplish, okay? And there are some ideas on this list. So make them achievable so that you don't feel awful about yourself that you didn't actually do that. Reconnect with some former clients and referrals. This is a great one. So this is getting in touch with someone, but having a reason to. So like the next one on my list, writing a client alert, a blog post, an article, or all of them, and then sending them that article. That would be a great thing. So checking in with people do really want to hear from you. So I would recommend doing that. Okay, learn how to use LinkedIn for posting content. I post content about this all the time. So now is the time to do this. Build your content calendar for the fall and start doing this. Making a LinkedIn connections plan to build your network. So you should be continuously building your network, not just building your network when you first set up your profile. You should be consistently doing this. So do it. Reviewing the analytics of your past client alerts and blog posts. This is going to help you create better content and more content. Enhancing and updating your bio and LinkedIn profile. This is something you should be doing all the time, but working in keywords, making sure it's updated to reflect what you do currently. Becoming involved with alumni associations. So this is another amazing thing to do, to think about all of the different alumni groups, not just from your alma maters, but also from former educational institutions. Offer webinars and then repurpose that content into blog posts. You can repurpose that content also into podcasts if you strip out the audio. You have an endless amount of content at your fingertips that you're probably not utilizing. So you should take this month to go back, repurpose, put them into your content calendar. It's well worth it. Use LinkedIn groups to promote your webinars and articles. Make sure that you're in the right LinkedIn groups. Most people don't use LinkedIn groups effectively, or they post things that aren't useful. I get such an uptick in people signing up for my webinars when I post them in my LinkedIn groups. Ensure all of your practice area and industry descriptions are updated. This is a great thing to do and really useful because again, things that we do change with market conditions, and you also want to work in keywords because keywords are gold. They help with search engine optimization. Find bar associations and industry committees that you want to volunteer for because it helps you network. It helps you potentially meet people who could hire you, be referrals, and the same thing for my next tip, which is conferences to speak at. Don't assume that these opportunities are going to come to you. You have to put yourself forth for these things. And a great way to do that is just to find out where your peers are speaking and then make a list of those things that you also want to speak at. And then write a few speaking engagement proposals and submit to those. And then finally, decide at which conferences you want to attend and those webinars for the rest of the year in 2023. And then I would tell you, go to step further and write a takeaways piece about those, instead of just sort of sitting at your desk and being on your phone and, going through, your work. Be actively present and make it a content moment. So I hope you find these tips helpful. Reach out to me at thesocialmediabutterflyblog.com. Also follow me on LinkedIn, of course, and have some fun with these things.